Scarcity of Venezuela. What is scarce in that country? Food is scarce in Venezuela due to a combination of economic collapse, hyperinflation, and government mismanagement. The country once produced much of its own food, but as the economy deteriorated, farms were abandoned, agricultural inputs became unaffordable, and imports dropped sharply due to the lack of foreign currency. As a result, supermarkets often have empty shelves, and basic items like flour, rice, and cooking oil are either unavailable or too expensive for most people. This food scarcity has led to widespread hunger and malnutrition across the country. Why is it scarce? Food is scarce in Venezuela mainly because of economic mismanagement, hyperinflation, and a decline in domestic food production. The government imposed strict price controls that made it unprofitable and for farmers to produce and sell goods, leading many to stop farming. At the same time, the country's reliance on imports became a problem when falling oil revenues, Venezuela's main source of income, reduced its ability to buy food from abroad. Hyperinflation also destroyed people purchasing power, making even available food unaffordable. These combined factors severely disrupt the food supply chain, causing widespread scarcity. How does it get the product? Venezuela gets food through domestic production and imports, but both sources have been severely disrupted. Local farmers struggle to grow enough food due to shortage of equipment, fertilizers, and fuel, as well as government price controls that make farming unprofitable. At the same time, the country relies on imports from nations like Mexico and Turkey, but a lack of foreign currency caused by falling oil revenues limits how much food it can buy from abroad. Although the government tries to distribute imported food through programs like CLAP, the supply is often unreliable and affected by corruption. As a result, many people cannot access enough food. How does it affect? Food scarcity in Venezuela has led to sharply rising prices, making even basic items unaffordable for many people due to the high demand and low supply. Businesses, especially in agriculture and retail, struggle with shortages of supplies and inflation, forcing many to close, while some turn to the black market to survive. Consumers are heavily impacted, often waiting in long lines for limited goods, facing hunger and relying on unreliable government food programs. In response, the government has implemented price controls, food rationing, and import programs like CLAP, but these efforts often fail short and full corruption. While the scarcity creates serious economic problems, it also opens limited business opportunities in areas like food delivery or urban farming. Though these are risky due to the tight regulations and stability. Business opportunities. Yes, the food scarcity in Venezuela creates both business problems and opportunities. On the problem side, many businesses face supply charges, rising costs, and reduced customers' purchasing power, leading to the closures and job loss. However, scarcity also opens opportunities for business involved in food distribution, urban farming, or importing goods, as demand remains high. Unfortunately, some of these opportunities exist in the black market, where a illegal trade of scarce food items can be very profitable, though risky and unstable due to the government crackdowns and corruption. My conclusion is that the scarcity of food in Venezuela can be good or bad depending on the person that that is facing this problem.